Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm doing something a little different. I have this electric Hotpoint hot water heater that's not producing any hot water. To get started, I need a few basic tools. I have this multimeter tester. I'm going to need a wrench to take out the heating element. So I have a heating element wrench, or a 1 1/2 inch socket could be used. And I've used channel locks before. A little more difficult, but it could be done. You need a Phillips screwdriver and a common head screwdriver. Next, we want to check the power source. I do have a panel box in the garage, but I have this shut-off switch right by the water heater, which makes it very convenient. If I didn't have this switch over here, I would just check right at the top of the water heater where the supply goes in to see if there was any power coming to the unit or not. I have the electric off. Now I'm turning the electric back on just to see if there's power coming into this box to feed the heater. This unit is 240 volts. There's two legs coming in, so each one should be around 120. There's the one leg. Now for the other leg feeding the box. There we go, we're good. Now the next thing we want to do is to shut off the water supply. Shut the water supply. This unit has two valves. On the bottom of the tank there's a drain valve that I'm going to connect the hose to drain the water outside of the house. You can hear that water draining now. I have the valves open upstairs. Behind these access panels is how we get to the heating element. And there's the first heating element on top. There's one on top, one on the bottom, and there's two hot legs going to each one. I just loosened the screws to disconnect these wires. Push the wires back. And now, there's that element wrench. Now this is the heating element under a magnifying glass. You can see the crack in there, the break. There's a couple of them. I've seen heating elements worse than this that worked without any problems. This one here just happened to corrode all the way through. You hear the water rushing out now that the element is out and the air's getting into the tank. If you can't see the crack or the break in the heating element and you want to check it, just make sure you don't have it grounded out. Check it with a meter. You see here, it's dead. Check the meter just to make sure. Meter's good, so the element's dead. These elements have their part number right on them. If you can't read it for any reason, you can always look up the part number by using the model number, the serial number on the heater. This one happens to be easy to read under a magnifying glass. And here's the new one. It's the exact wattage and voltage. They're easy to find. Home Depot, all the stores have them. Simply thread it in. Make sure that rubber wash is on it. I didn't point it out, but it's on there. And as far as these screws go, it doesn't matter which wire goes to which screw. You want to get this in there snug. Now to tighten it up. These you want tight, you don't want them leaking. Once you have it in tight, loosen the two screws to connect the wires. Use another turn on this one, and there we go. Tighten these tight. Again, you don't want this loosening up. Once you have the top one done, take care of the one on the bottom and shut off that water valve. Now turn your water supply on to fill the tank. As I mentioned before, this has two valves to feed it. That's the way it's set up. You hear that water going into the tank. The drain valve is shut, the electric is still off. You want to check all the faucets in the house, open them up. This does two things. It purges the air out of the line, and you want to make sure that tank is full before you turn that electric back on. If there was air in the line, it would show by spitting and hissing all over the place. Shut it off. Turn it back on again, just to make sure the water flow is smooth. Now back to the electric. Turn the power back on. With the power on, you can hear it hiss. Those are the elements heating up against the cold water. You hear it dying down. Now that we know that it works, shut the power off again. Make sure this power is off. Reinstall the insulation. Attach the access panel. Once you have the top one done, do the same for the bottom one. And now to turn the power back on. And we're done. If you find this video useful or entertaining, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to pass it along. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, stay safe.